Hey, what can you do with Copilot when you're creating a PowerPoint presentation? And I'm going to focus just on what we can do with slides. So I'm just going to start to prompt to fill out the PowerPoint. Since I have a blank PowerPoint, I'm going to ask Copilot to create a PowerPoint for me based on the prompt. That's a typical thing. It's to create uh, a slide about something we can create also from a file. So here it is. So create a presentation for training on SharePoint. So I want to have for end users. So giving some context. It's just to have a few slides, and then I'm going to show you what you can do on with those slides. So the first thing I want to show you is that you can ask Copilot to change a few things in the slides, and then so it's creating content with. Remember, what's really interesting is it shows you in the footnote some notes about the slide. If, for example, you created a slide deck from a file, it will show you also what is the initial Word file that you used to create the PowerPoint. So every time there's um, some footnotes here, and so okay, I have a good highlight. What I wanted to show is when there's an image. So it doesn't generate the image as we could expect. It used the stock of images that is provided freely with Microsoft 365, trying to see if there's a connection with the image and the slide is creating. Just one thing is, although I don't think AI generates that, but it tells you, and it tells you it's search key. No, it's not search key, but when you have an image, let's take this one. It's supposed to tell you what is in the image. It's for accessibility reason, so it's a good thing that uh, it helps people who have screen readers to be able to read the slide and understand what images are in the slide. I'm not sure if the text is generated by AI or if it was added to the initial image in the stock of images that Microsoft is providing. So what you can do and ask Copilot is you can ask to, for example, change the title. So let's see, modify all slides with a title in bold and orange or green because green is the color of SharePoint. Uh, use Calibri font size 50. So here, what is it? It's Universe 48. So he's able to do it, hopefully. But the problem here is it's not changing the master. So obviously you can do it in a better way, changing the master. But here I just want to show you that you can change, uh, the titles. And then we're gonna try something that you cannot do in a master. So as you can see, it changes everywhere. Obviously, it's not very good with the video. But if I do that, change um, the SharePoint word wherever it is mentioned in bold and Let's see if you can change the text. So it's change and replace. Um, so I'm sorry you have to wait. That's what Copilot is. Okay, it changed everywhere there's SharePoint. So that's more complicated to do with a master. Yeah, you can't do it with a master. Here I can do it pretty quickly. Uh, so imagine that you have a customer name and you want to put the customer name in a certain font color. You can do that. Also, let's add a slide. Add a slide with SharePoint benefits. So when I do that, I'm on the second slide. I'm not sure if it's going to add it at the end or after the second slide or before the second slide. So let's see. It's after where I was. So after the selected slide. And so I have a list of benefits. It used the same image. I'm not sure why. As you can see, since I didn't change the master, you know, I don't have the title in green and the SharePoint word was not, in red. So it doesn't really maintain a context. There's no context maintained when you're chatting with Copilot for PowerPoint. I guess it's going to come in the future. Like Teams is evolving still, so I guess there's just improvement to come to Copilot. You can also add, say, add an image of an IT person developing, let's say he's developing a SharePoint site. Not sure if it's going to find an image that relates to that, but it's able to add an image. Again, what's frustrating is it's not using DALL-E, which is a generative AI, for creating images. Um, but it did some sort of image that looks at the website. Not sure if it's really exactly what I was looking for, um, but it can help you. It finds the image in the stock image of Microsoft 365, and but it doesn't really create the image. It doesn't create the image with DALL-E, and I guess again that's gonna be supported in the future. So now let's add a slide. Add a slide with a table with 3 columns. Speaker name, role, and email. So let's see what you can do here. So I know the answer, but I just want to show you that it was not able to create this. So there's some actions that it's not able to do, and also to show you that sometimes it decides by itself to change the theme. So that has to be, you need to be aware of that. So now can I modify this slide to add a table with 3 columns and 4 lines. Let's see, or rows. So again, I think it's not going to work, but that's what I want to show you. Sometimes if you cannot find, I was hoping you will do it before, but sometimes uh, when you cannot find the way to do it, you cannot do it, it'll tell you how to do it. So here it tells me you should use the table feature, show me, and it selects right away the right tab and the right icon. It shows you the right icon where you can do that. So that's about it, what you can do with adding some slides in a presentation. It's pretty limited. I think the most powerful feature is to create a slide deck from a Word document. But for some users, that might be handy to create a slide from scratch, at least to have a structure, because then you can also you have a feature to reorganize your slides. I don't think here it's going to make any sense because I was doing silly things. We can try it. That's the last demonstration. Let's see if organize the slides, if it's able to do something. But um, there's a nice basic features. There's a very powerful feature, create a slide deck from a Word document, but the rest is really basic. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to evolve because the potential is endless. So I guess it organized, it created sections, at least it created one section, an agenda. Hope this was insightful.